Tyler ran into a brick wall. I don't know, when you look at the instant replay, I think you moved more than I did. You got your perspective. I just want to be happy. Don't you want to be happy? Just went through a Snapback workout. Snapback, great new company we're working with at Vayner Sports, bunch of Vayner Sports, NFL athletes, the team. It's fucking hard. I have an idea. I have another idea. Do you want to do the Malbec tomorrow?
How do you manage that many pots or hats and try to give the attention to all those different endeavors?
I have a really good answer for that.
Not neglecting something that's so important. How does that happen? Because I know that's a question that I'm asked a lot. How do you balance that?
For me, I think I put 70 to 80% of my pure mental energy to the core thing, which is VaynerMedia. Okay. VaynerMedia is the biggest company of them all. It's the engine. And then the rest of the 20%, there's a really interesting thing that an entrepreneur, that she or he needs to be able to manage a lot of things, which is, I'll use this analogy, TD. This is the easiest way I can put it. Some people really just want to juggle 3 balls, and they do it, and nothing falls, and they're like, look. And I'm like, cool, that's amazing. I'm gonna juggle 25 plates. 9 of them are gonna break, right? But I'm 16 to your 3. And because I actually don't care about judgment, because the reason a lot of people don't do things is, look, Empathy, which is a wine brand that I launched. I come from the wine business. I'm building a machine that's building brands. And if Empathy fails, that's like a big L. And like could really like slow me down if somebody's thoughtfully looking at me, but I'm okay with that L. And I think what you need to do is have a stomach to be able to have losses.
Have you had any losses?
Plenty. Okay. You know, when we started VaynerMedia, I also launched 2 other companies, Corked and Forest. A lot of things I invest in, incubate. Here's where things.
Failure is part of the game.
It has to be.
And here's where people need clarity on this. Micro failures.
Right. Not the major. Not the major.
And this is where people get confused. I lose millions of over the last 10 years of my career, I've probably lost millions of dollars every year on a failure, but nothing.
You're making me feel real good right now.
But the reason I'm making you feel good, and I don't have the details on where you're going with that, is but it didn't put you out of business. It didn't you didn't have to go and be Rocky V and go back to like
It's like the sports stuff though. I mean, it's football. You're failing every time. We fail a lot in sports, and you try to, but every game you're failing. You lose, something happens. You have to get up. You got to wipe yourself off, dust yourself off, and you got to get back up.
You know, it's funny you bring that up, and sports and business. AJ, you have a great quote. What did you say the other day? Fifth major sport or something?
Yeah.
I thought that was super smart. What was it exactly?
Just the concept that there's 4 major sports in our country. Debatable which of the 4 are the 4, but business in itself is the 5th major sport, and I think there's a reason why so many athletes gravitate towards business. Because for me, my favorite part about Vayner Sports is the competitive landscape. I love just competing, and I didn't have the physical gifts or the work ethic to do it in a real sport, so to speak, or a quantified sport, but business gives me that outlet.
Nice to meet you. Take care.
Let me know.
Take care, everyone. About to go to the Vayner Sports networking event, doing a chat with T.I., and we're really looking forward to it. Yeah, I would like that. So we're doing. Just did a podcast with Terrell Davis, former Bronco great that broke my heart in '98. So that was mixed feelings. Never really hated him. He's a good dude. Let's go. Right here. You're welcome.
Since the last time I saw you, you've dropped some new sneakers.
I did.
You have some cards with tops.
I do.
You're in esports now.
Yes.
What's next?
What's next? What have we not announced? You know, the reality is both the Topps sports card insert, the ownership in the Call of Duty franchise with the Wilfs from the Vikings, everything can move very fast when you have a macro plan. Neither of those two things were even on the radar when I saw you in Atlanta. And so when I hear the question of what's next, the reality is it's a framework of being ready to move on something tomorrow if that email comes in or that dinner happens and it seems right. So I think of myself far more as a counterpuncher or a halftime adjustments head coach than the one that works all week or plans. I have one business objective, to buy the New York Jets. When I consume information and opportunities, if I feel like that can advance it, whether it's financial, like a big investment or starting a company, or whether it's just optically, like the Topps deal is a money loser for what I'm getting from Topps, but it continues to penetrate me into the sports consciousness, which gives me leverage in the long term. So some of it's brand, some of it's dollars, but what's next is the continuation of a framework that allows me to respond quickly to an opportunity that I think is viable.
The best words I could part with is stop making excuses for yourself. There's nothing holding you back from doing what you want to do but you. Stop looking for somebody to change your life when you need them.
Truth.
I mean, to be honest with you,
Truth.
us in whatever industry, respective industries we're in, it's our job to identify you. So if you continue to work hard, you won't have to introduce yourself to me. I'm going to come find you.
100%.
All you got to do is continue to let your efforts and energy speak for itself, and eventually it's going to happen. And if it doesn't happen in association with me, I mean, I wasn't the one for the job. You all have something special, a special gift, talent, something to contribute that nobody else can give the world but you.
It's true. Even, just to build on that, just your own perspective. People hear you've got your own talent, and then people are like, fuck, I don't have a talent. Like, I don't really, but perspective, everyone's got their 2 cents, and angles matter on this shit. So I'll just leave with this. Action always wins. Right this second, we're in a room filled with a ton of interesting people. What's about to actually happen is everyone's gonna go into their normal fucking clique that they came with and not meet 1 or 2 new people. So my parting gift is please say hello to 2 random people that you have no fucking idea who they are. And I promise you'll get some value out of tonight.
Let's go.
Thank you for coming.
Let's go.